So talk to us about what is a digital library and what is Cisco's aim with the launch of this project.
This program has been developing skills from the basic knowledge of ICT all the way to the engineering level of IT knowledge.
Let's talk about that digital roadmap that Cisco has been on for the past 20 years and how we got to where we are today. Hello and welcome to IT Web's online channel. My name is Sibahle Malinga, your host for today, and we are here at the Germiston Library in Johannesburg, where Cisco, in partnership with the Department of Arts and Culture, is launching the Digital Libraries project. And of course, this is a massive project that speaks to skills development, job creation, and how digital transformation contributes to the economy of South Africa. I'm joined by Soso Motloung, who is the CSR manager for Cisco Southern Africa. And Soso is here to talk to us about how all these elements come together. Soso, good afternoon and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So talk to us about what is a digital library and what is Cisco's aim with the launch of this project.
So a digital library, as the word states, it is a digital learning space where anyone can just walk in and learn any kind of a digital skill. So with this project, specifically with this program, we are aiming at taking your typical library from being a normal book learning and reading space and converting it and transforming it into a digital learning space or a digital learning hub, and learn any kind of a digital skill that they may be looking at gaining, be it cybersecurity, Internet of Things, networking, computer hardware and software, programming, and etc.
Now, we know that the COVID-19 pandemic has really exposed the digital divide in South Africa. Cisco has been on this digital journey for a long time. In fact, it's over 20 years, if my memory serves me right. Now, I know that along the way, Cisco has been introducing many digital initiatives such as the Cisco Edge Centers, and of course, Cisco also has a Net Academy, which is aimed at helping young people develop digital skills. Let's talk about that digital roadmap that Cisco has been on for the past 20 years and how we got to where we are today.
Well, the program itself, speaking of the Cisco Networking Academy program, started initially in 1997, but in South Africa it started in 1998. And over these years, this program has been developing skills from the basic knowledge of ICT all the way to the engineering level of IT knowledge and developing careers along the way of young people from different areas, from different spaces within South Africa and different provinces within South Africa. And what we pride ourselves in is that we take a typical South African that was probably, for instance, one of our impact stories come from KZN, and this young person had to travel all the way to Johannesburg to gain these skills. That was years ago. And what we are trying to do with this initiative is to take these skills back to typically. And speaking of the pandemic, what we have realized as part of what has been happening in South Africa and worldwide is that the digital skills gap has been so high that only about 10% of South African households have been connected to the internet. And
Wow.
We are still struggling to actually even get electricity to more than 16% of our households in South Africa, and we are battling with load shedding as it is. We are hoping that this will solve that particular problem.
So why are digital skills important in the fourth industrial revolution?
Over the years, we've realized that being connected to the internet has evolved from being a luxury to being a need. And with this comes the need for digital skills, because we can connect to the internet. Who is going to help us in connecting to the internet? Who is going to help us develop new solutions that will actually solve our everyday problems? The young people that we are actually skilling in these programs.
Let's talk about what is actually inside the digital library and who are these facilitators that help these young people to be upskilled with the latest emerging digital and ICT skills?
So in a typical digital learning hub, we've ensured that the library is digitally enabled in the sense that we've installed a solution that will enable remote learning and teaching for our instructors within the libraries. And secondly, we have taught and we have instructed the librarians. We have actually taught a lot of librarians through our trainer program. And these librarians will be placed within the 9 libraries throughout the country, throughout the 9 provinces, to ensure that anyone who walks into a library is given the necessary guidance and pathway that they can actually be able to follow in order for them to be more employable.
South Africa has over 1,800 libraries across the country. What is the target that we're looking at in terms of broadening this project, especially making sure that it reaches the underprivileged areas of South Africa?
So with this partnership with the NLSA, National Libraries South Africa, we have ensured that we are going to be enabling the NLSA to convert any library that they see fit or that they have been working with previously into a digital learning hub. And this cannot be possible without us partnering, of course, with as Cisco and partnering with the National Library South Africa, because National Library South Africa has more access to all the libraries that you've mentioned, the number of libraries that you've mentioned. So through this initiative, we are going to drive the access of all of those libraries to all of the skills that I have already mentioned.
Wow, this is a massive project, and we really do wish you all the best. And hopefully, corporate South Africa, communities, and the private sector, as well as government, will all come together and make this a nationwide project and really help bridge the digital divide.